Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Loop Cubes back again with another Bad League October Week 5 not banless, deck profile. I am here with Bluey, who won this week piloting one of my favorite decks of all time, and something I recently shared some strategies with Bluey is Gouki. Gosh, dude, do we love Gouki around here? I'm here with Bluey. How's it going, Bluey?
I'm good. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, man, for sure. So, um, let's just dig right into this, man. So, there's some really interesting stuff here. I don't even know where to start. We can just start with the really basic lineup, which is the Gokis. You got to play three of your best. So that's three Suprex, three Twist Cobra, three Headbat. Looks solid. But I noticed you're playing three of each of the level ones, which is not typical for Gouki. But then, and I thought this was strange until I noticed that you had mentioned we're playing Where Art Thou? Did this work out for you, this tournament, this really crazy tech?
Yeah, I think it worked out pretty well. If I had combo, I searched out one of the hand traps on the top left being Veiler or DD Crow, or I could use it to save up cards in my hand by searching out an extra Gouki that I haven't used in combo so far.
Yeah, special Fire Flint activate Where Art Thou is pretty sick.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
just better than the Infernoble equip that searched out Fire Lady. They
yeah, yeah. You could, yeah, probably better than playing just more copies of Fire Flint. Um, So yeah, other than that, you also played one Moonsault. Now this is not something you see in a lot of Gouki decks, and I'll go ahead and say this is part of a combo that I showed you that I found on YouTube a long time ago. That is really interesting, huh? I will I will include a replay at the end of this video showing the combo for how to utilize this card and why it's one of the most broken Gouki cards ever made. But we'll get to that later. You also played two Iron Claw just for more names, I assume.
Yep.
And you're playing one Failure, one DD Crow, just because. Do you want why only one of each?
With Where Art Thou, with Gouki is a strategy that I need all the cards in my hand rather than most one card combos such as Zodiac, where they can really end on their interruption and with a bunch of hand traps.
Mm-hmm.
Gouki their entire hand most of the time to end on their Power Load and Griffin Floodgate and one of the Nightmares. So I put DD Crow and Veiler in if I open specific hands with Where Art Thou. And full combo, I'd be able to have that extra, have that one bit of interruption for my opponent's turn to prevent them from attempting to break my board.
Yeah, makes total sense. Moving on to your spell lineup, dude. Double summon. This is something I used to always say. If you're playing if you're playing double summon, there's something wrong with your deck. But in this deck, in the context of bad format, where you don't have a sold and you need two Gokis on board, like I hate to say it, but I think this makes sense. How does it perform for you?
I think it worked amazing. I at normal summon Super X effect, a Veiler Super X, activate double summon, and no the cook. So
Oh my god, that must be great slapping people in the face after they Veiler Suprex.
yeah.
You played three Mew match. I assume you just kind of have to play three Impure due to the grind game.
Yeah, rematch is the best card of the deck. It's better than Parlo, better than Code Breakers. I'd say it's better than Octostretch.
Whoa, buddy, calm down, calm down, calm down. Yeah, you also played some staples that just kind of make sense, like Monster Reborn, one for one, since you're playing so many level ones. Rhoda for your fourth copy of Suprex. the War Arthals, which we mentioned, and World Legacy Succession, which is probably another one of your best extenders in the deck, right? This just lets you go even further and beyond with your M board.
I think it's okay if I'm already at the end board. It's great at rebuilding the nightmare lock, such as if they attack over a griffin. I did use succession at the end to reborn the griffin to nightmare lock my opponent once more. The only trouble is that it doesn't help me extend past one Gouki on field. So if I end up with a bunch of reborns in hand, which happened at the first round, but luckily it was against crawlers, so I could just wait
Yeah.
for the other turn to normal summon once more.
Yeah. That makes sense. Cool. So rounding out, so that's it for the main deck. Let's go ahead and move on to the extra deck, which also looks pretty tight. So you're playing your Borreload, which is just kind of a staple of every deck in bad format. You're playing your Code Breakers, which we will get into a little bit when we're discussing the combo. 2 Jet Ogres for where you start your combo with your Link 2. 1 Giant Ogre, your alternate boss monster, and 2 Power Loads, which relatively recently came to 3 in bad as it used to be limited. 1 Thunder Ogre, your Nightmare lineup featuring Griffin, and 2 Phoenix, which is very interesting. Lib, since you're playing Succession, and Link Rebo. So I gotta ask, man, why play 2 Phoenix?
Well, recently there's been a popularized meta by one of my friends, Dark, brought Fairy Tale Luna board. So people start putting it in every deck where they could spare the extra normal summon, and sometimes where they couldn't spare the normal summon, but Luna would be their only interruption with back row.
Uh-huh.
So I put it where Phoenix, as it's a more powerful and more relevant to the nightmares, and it also secures lock and would protect my power load. Because one other thing that happened was Wind Witch with 1 card Crystal Wing, and that would attack over power load if I don't have any other Link monsters in the field.
Yeah, so you need the Phoenix. So you basically you really want Phoenix on that to be able to protect your monsters as well as removing back row.
Control decks are very popular in the format, so double Phoenix is always very nice.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, well, a lot of the ratios in the extra deck will make a lot more sense once we go over the combo at the end of the video. But let's just move. Did Lib come up for you at all? Has
No,
it come up
it
for you, like
hasn't.
in the entire time that you've played? Has it ever come up?
It hasn't. Most times I would rather make a Nightmare in place of Lib, so I could protect Carload or protect Griffin. The one time I died because I set up a Griffin lock with protection.
Yeah, the Griffin lock under power load is pretty insane, and it's just so any 2 Gokis on board is power load Griffin Phoenix. Am I right?
Well,
Or no, any 2 Gokis is power load Griffin and 1 material, and you just need 1 extender to get to the Phoenix, right?
Well, it can be any 2 Gokis as long as one of them aren't headbat, because I would need headbat later in the comp for searching out an extra extender such as Rematch or Moonsault.
So yeah, and Moonsault kind of being a bit of a garnet. Moving on to the side deck, you play 3 Ash, 3 Ogre, 2 Dark Hole Norageki, 3 Herald of the Abyss, and 3 Twin. All just These are just your going second cards, right? Like, they're just all amazing going second cards.
Yep.
They're used pretty commonly in bad, so we don't have to talk too much about them. But they definitely had. Did you win many games going second to this tournament?
Yeah, I did. There's speaking of like the despot player, he OTK'd me when I was going first because he could easily, if he had multiple extenders, he could just effect a ancient gear ballista, turn my Griffin to 0, and just summon his monster to link point. So I forced myself to go second and just power through with deck has so many extenders and every card replaces itself. Well, when I link summon, so it can be very strong second. Just depends on the number of interruptions and if you don't get trolled. There's only one instance where I got trolled though, thankfully.
Yeah, man, totally. Yeah, or when we were testing earlier today and we drolled you 3 consecutive times.
Yeah. Cool. The power of Gouki guts and defense.
Yeah. Cool. Well, dude, Bluey, congrats on the win. It's good to see you at the top of the tables once again, man. We're glad to have you. Really good to see you playing one of my favorite decks. I've been waiting for somebody to pick this up. And thank you for coming on to share it with us.
Thank you for having me. Always
cool,
singing.
Hey guys, it's Luke Cubes. I'm here with Bluey to demonstrate the combo, this is like the full unadulterated power of this Gouki list. We just wanted to show you like the best board that you can kind of ask for, which is 2 Goukis and an extender, and we just threw in the wear off that too to just kind of demonstrate the different uses for it. Once you see this combo, you can see how very easily it is to do this, even just with any 2 Goukis, not including Suprex. So we're going to start by normal summoning Suprex. Use Suprex effect to special summon a Gouki. At this point, we can special summon a Fireflint Lady, or we could have summoned, Octastretch off the Suprex just to make the Wear Off Thou alive. And since we already have our combo, we're going to search an interruption here. We'll choose Veiler. You could also choose DD Crow. Now you will turn our 2 Goukis into a Gouki Jet Ogre, which will trigger the 2 Goukis effects and graves to add 2 Goukis. So we're going to add a level 1 Gouki, which you'll usually want to be Guts, and also a Headbat. Now we'll use Headbat's effect, discarding Guts to grave to special summon. Now you will link 3 into Gouki Thunder Ogre. Now, Jet Ogre actually has an effect with sent to grave. You can make all Gouki monsters gain 500 till the end of this turn, and you're going to use that here to use Headbat Chainlink 1, Jet Ogre Chainlink 2 to chain block the search of your rematch. This is really cool in my opinion. So if they are holding an Ash, they're at least not going to hit your rematch. You're going to get some more bodies on board. Now you're going to activate Gouki Rematch.
Boring Guts?
Yeah.
Suprex?
You're targeting your Guts and your Suprex. Now you're going to use your Guts, which you haven't searched with yet, into a Link Rebo. Guts effect will search this very cool card called Gouki Moonsault. You will now use Gouki Moonsault's effect in hand, targeting the Suprex to bounce it in hand and special the Moonsault. Now you want to use Gouki Moonsault's effect on field, targeting your Jet Ogre to return it to extra deck, and then add a Gouki from grave to hand. Now you can use Thunder Ogre, which is not an activated effect. You just get an additional normal summon to normal Suprex, and use his first effect again, which is not a hard once per turn, to special out these bodies again. So now, just off of the 2 Gokis, you have an insane amount of link material, and plus we have an extender here. Yup, Suprex loops, exactly right. But our zones are looking a bit full. So.
Well, you can of course make power load right here using Cobra and the Thunder.
Yeah, so you want to use
And Suprex
Cobra
for
and Thunder
Cobra.
for power load, and then Suprex and Link Karibo right into the Codebreakers. Just 2 effect monsters will make Virus Swordsman, who on summon will special summon your Codebreaker 0 Day from the deck. Now you can link 3 into your Virus Berserker, which will special summon both of these back. Here, if you're going second, this is something Bluey didn't even know during this tournament. He had multiple opportunities where he could have used it. Virus Berserker actually has a second effect. During your main phase, you can destroy spell and traps your opponent controls up to the number of linked Codebreakers monsters on the field. So you can pop 3 spell and 3 back row at this point in the combo. Which is like really helpful going second to push for an OTK.
That's if they haven't used them all.
Yeah, if they haven't used them all at this point, if they're saving a Mirror Force, you're gonna pop it. So now you want to go ahead and make a Griffin, a Nightmare Griffin, and declare Griffin's effect when summoned. Discard your extra card in hand to set your Gouki rematch to the field and draw a card. Fucking broken. Now you can make your a Nightmare to protect your linked monsters. We usually my mistake. We gotta leave the Fireflame because we have to co-link the Phoenix right here. You could also make a Cerberus on the opposite side, another opportunity to trigger an effect and draw a card. So what you have right here, just off of the 2 Gokis, is Power Load, Griffin, and a Nightmare. And you have, this is with 1 extender. This was just to search the Veiler. You can go ahead and use your Link Karibo effect engrave, get that back, give some additional battle protection. If you had 2 extenders, which is two Gokis and 2 extenders is not an uncommon hand in this deck. You can get double Nightmare on top of this board. It's pretty intimidating. But in this situation, we have Power Load co-linked with Griffin, Phoenix, and Link Karibo, and a Veiler in hand as interruption. If you guys aren't familiar with what these Nightmares do, Griffin says special summon monsters on the field cannot activate their effects unless they're linked, and we are giving them no arrows. Nightmare Phoenix says co-linked monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. So Power Load Ogre, who is unaffected by other cards' effects, now also can't be beaten over while you control the Phoenix, which is a really impressive board. And then on the follow-up turn, did I forget to search with any Gokis?
I don't believe so. Wait, no, you did search with them all. There's only one occasion we could have, but you used the guts to search the Moonsault.
Right. Yeah.
And Moonsault returned 1 to hand for the Suprex summon.
Either way, you have the rematch for the following turn. And just say they didn't open great. You only had to use your Link Karibo, which was protecting your Phoenix, which is protecting your stuff that was already protected from battle. Rematch can special summon 2 Gokis. Alright. Then you can make a Link 2. Get 2 searches for say a Suprex and another Gouki for you to go into further plays. Then I'm running low on link arrows. Why don't you just declare power load effect, tribute a Gouki link monster, and then target cards on the field equal up to its link rating and destroy them. Pop 2, normal suplex, special, spiral out of control. And what can I say? This is one of the best combo decks in bad format. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Bluey?
Nothing except Gouki best deck. Let's go.
Gouki best deck, let's go!